I guess you'd all be waiting to hear from me after the fairly horrendous post we got from Unis Poor Creatures this afternoon. I'll call them UPC. I already did a video, but it was too angry. I don't think I dared post it. So I'm going to speak to you now because I think this is quite important. Someone very significant, close to Rabat today, had a long conversation with me, and he is in a fairly influential position. I'm not going to name names because that would be quite unfair, and explain to me what happens here sometimes. That I did get some very nice messages from UPC that I responded to, and I always offered to help. And then I was tagged in a post about the donkey that they had out in a field somewhere. I was only a tag. And then after that, I got other posts from other people because we're bringing in donkeys here every day. And we sent a truck out. I didn't go with it. It was in the middle of the night. It came down overnight and it had a severed leg. And that, of course, was very upsetting. I inadvertently thought it was the one that UPC had mentioned to me, and I did post on their site. I said it's safely at Georgia. Now, if they knew that was wrong, why didn't they just contact me immediately and say, I don't think it is, I think you've got the wrong donkey? But no, they didn't do that. And what I was told by this expert is that what happens, they appear to be quite friendly, get you on board, and then lo and behold, they stab you in the back. Now, that may be right, it might be wrong, but I feel I was manipulated. It won't happen again. So I'm going to deal with things now in a very open way that people who know me well are used to hearing. And it does strike me that if you look at posts on UPC and Noah's Ark in Marrakesh, there was nothing very much after the 7th of May until the beginning of June, when they started rescuing donkeys that had their eyes gouged out, if you remember. And one did go to Noah's Ark, but we in fact made a claim in the court in Surrey, and that is being dealt with the prosecutors now. But it was us that made the claim, whatever they might say. But then, of course, there's been an onslaught of posts, and underneath every time are bank details and PayPal details. Now, because this is going on now and people might just be seeing it as bickering and charities arguing with each other, I think it's now beholden on me to become quite clean. And I don't want to harm small charities who might be taking donations where they can and when they can, if that is really helping animals. But these people are boldly stating that they need donations and they should be sent here. Now, I do know the law reasonably well in Morocco, and lots of you will know why through things I've done in the courts before. But I do know the law reasonably well. And I'm perfectly well aware that as part of the law that relates to the setting up of associations, we are bound, and it is a legal requirement, to disclose all the money we bring into the country from abroad. The reason for that is to prevent money laundering. It's quite obvious, it's self-evident, and we have no problems doing that at all, because at the end of every month we can show the money that has been brought into our charity account in Morocco from the charity account in the UK, and we also can submit our accounts for the month and our bank statements, because it's a charity bank account. I think that's very important. I never thought I'd be saying this, but I think, again, I'm repeating myself, it has to be said. If you look at these two charities in particular, and you look at how they're asking for donations, I would sort of suggest you look at their PayPals. You can click on their PayPals, and the reality is they are personal PayPals. You can have a PayPal Me now and add something on, so I could have PayPal Me Georgia, but we don't have a personal PayPal. Ours is a business charity PayPal. and I'll tell you why. That has to be done, and we pay a commission on all those donations because records are kept. They're kept for tax purposes, they're kept for all sorts of disclosure purposes, and PayPal do quite a lot of work for us. Now that becomes very relevant when we disclose what we bring into the country to the government. And I know that in the Ministry of the Interior, they are really tightening up on this at the moment, and so they should. We're 100% behind them. And it worries me that if you get charities who don't even comply with the law relating to charities, but start accusing another charity of not trusting them, I think that's quite a dreadful thing to do. We have been here now for many years, and I have criticised publicly another charity tried to take me to court in the UK. That didn't come to anything because we've always been very transparent and we say it how it is. We don't play what I'm beginning to call the charity game. Some charities are quite corporate now and pay their chief executives a huge wage, and we're not part of that group, and I wouldn't necessarily criticise them for it if it's all done properly and it's regulated. But charities must be regulated, and we welcome that. So I'm just asking you to think about it, because if these things are being said that we should not be trusted, and they even doubt that we are being honest, what is the effect of that on people who may already donate to us? Is it saying, don't donate to them, donate to us? I hope not. But if you are going to donate, just bear in mind what I've said and make sure it's going through proper regulated channels. Thank you.